Another great shot. Welcome back to our broadcast live from Costera. Well, you may not know this, but there are more than 3,000 foster children in San Diego, and May is National Foster Care Month.
And here to tell us what's being done to put the spotlight on these children is CEO of Promises2Kids, Tanya Tarosian. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you. It's always an honor.
You know, I was at a luncheon yesterday, and City Councilwoman Lori Zapp was talking about her experience. The foster child, and it was so empowering and so interesting to me, and I learned a lot about all the resources and how important Promises2Kids and other groups are to our community. Give us an overview about what you do and the scope of foster children and care in San Diego.
Yes, thank you. There are about 3,000 children living in foster care on any given day in San Diego County, so that's a pretty large number if you think about youth in terms of needs. And what we're looking at is Promises2Kids has been around almost 40 years, and we provide unique services to really support children as they move through the foster care system. So one of which is Camp Connect, where we bring siblings that may be placed in different foster families. We bring them together for summer camp, and then every month thereafter, so they can maintain that relationship and that sibling bond. And then another program that's one of our largest is called Guardian Scholars. And it's a program that starts in high school, working on identifying different careers for youth and then supporting them through their transition into adulthood. So scholarships, mentoring, going to college, and vocational training.
May is also a time, I would assume, to raise funds for the programs, the various programs that you have. Tell us about that and the efforts underway, and how successful are you in raising funds during the month of May?
Yeah, so May is definitely a push that we have, what's called the 31-Day Challenge, and we're challenging everybody in the community. You can go on our website, Promises2Kids, and start there, but it's a peer-to-peer fundraising campaign. So not only are we asking you to commit to $2 for a day, for every day in May, but we're asking you to challenge your friends and your family to do the same. That money, it seems very small amount, but that money will support one brother and one sister to be able to spend time together at our camp.
What does it take to become a foster parent, and how difficult is it to find foster parents in San Diego? Are there a lot of families willing to step up to the plate to help out?
There are some really amazing families who have done so, but there's always a huge shortage. So even nationally, there's a shortage. So it's definitely a huge time commitment, but it's well worth it. I know.
What is the average amount of time that a foster family has a child in their home? Is there?
It depends on the age of the child and if they're part of a sibling group, or what the needs of the child could be, because there could be a child that goes to the home and is there 1 to 2 years while their birth family is either located or given the resources they need to go back home. And then there's many cases that also then turn into an adoption case. So the child may stay either in foster care longer or actually ultimately adoption.
And for a foster child, it's certainly not easy, because they're moved sometimes several times among foster parents, aren't they?
They are. So unfortunately, if you grow up in foster care and you age out at age 18, when you look back at the average number of moves, it's 5 to 7 moves each child has. And so you look at that, it's not only a move in a place, but it's also their education, their friends. So they lose everything that they've built up as security that many times. And so each time it's more trauma.
And the statistics show, and I learned this yesterday, that it's really kind of a harrowing future for many of these kids, because they can't afford higher education and they don't have the resources. Is there any way to fill that gap?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that we're trying to do with Guardian Scholars, is that although there are some federal grants out there for the youth, we really look to the community to provide the support, to provide a mentor, to help them with a scholarship to go to college and vocational training. And right now we support 125 youth through their college experience. They could go to college or vocational training anywhere across the U.S., and we support them with a mentor and some financial support. So
sounds like you guys are doing it out there, and we appreciate the work you do.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for the opportunity.
Well, sure. Promises2Kids will have all the information on the KUSI website. Thanks again.
A lot, Tanya.
Thank you.